Welcome to this most important moment in the lives of this couple. We invite you to leave behind the worries and concerns of everyday life and join us in the celebration of their marriage. We also, before we begin, we want to take a second to acknowledge those who couldn't be here today, such as Kristen's grandmother, who's here symbolically through the white roses on the chair. Scott and Kristen view marriage as a coming together at all levels of being, mind, body, spirit. A marital commitment includes the willingness to be able to be open and vulnerable and the courage to take risks. Marriage is a conscious act of will. To remain in marriage, we must continually renew our will to be married. Marital partners accept the challenges that living together in love can offer. They decide that they will face fears that are necessary, part of establishing and nurturing an intimate relationship. And you, Scott and Kristen, have made the commitment to create and recreate this conscious partnership. Those of us who are married or are in relationships may take this moment to reaffirm our commitment to our partners and ourselves. Marriage consists of entrusting our deepest selves into the loving care of another. It is a public and legal act, to be sure. It is also an emotional and spiritual act. The spiritual aspect of marriage must be embraced openly, seriously, and completely for the marriage to endure. Scott and Kristen, they commit themselves today to each other in sacred trust. They promise to embrace conflict as well as peace, to work well together as well as play, to struggle as well as to coast, to give as well as to receive, and to be with, stay with, and move toward one another. Scott and Kristen, by coming here today, you have now taken the initial step in what hopefully will be a wonderful and lasting life together. Understand that a union between two people takes work. And just as Rome wasn't built in a day, neither is a relationship ever complete. It takes constant nurturing. A good marriage is one that fosters respect, a devoted love, and a willingness to make sacrifices for one another. These are the foundation blocks of a newly formed union. Symbolically, you have been brought together as one, yet you are still two separate entities with unique ideas, talents, and ways of being. Respect and value those differences, and your relationship will flourish. This wedding ceremony is the public recognition of a commitment that Scott and Kristen have already made privately. But it is also their commitment to all of you who know and love them. By inviting you to bear witness to their vows this day, they have chosen to take you with them on their first step in the journey of their marriage. So Scott, you're going to repeat after me. I, Scott, take you, Kristen, to be my wife. Your love is my anchor. Your trust is my strength. I will give you all my love. From now until eternity ends. You make my life complete. Kristen, you're going to repeat after me. I, Kristen, take you, Scott, to be my husband. Your love is my anchor. Your trust is my strength. I will give you all my love from now until eternity ends. You make my love complete. Your marriage begins with the vows and promises you speak to one another today. The marriage vow is a promise of fidelity and honesty. Scott, do you love Kristen willingly and completely, withholding nothing? Will you protect her and give her your deepest considerations, desires, and needs?
I will.
Will you strive to keep your love flexible and adapt to changing circumstances in the marriage? And will you be Kristen's counselor, helper, lover, best friend from this day forward? Kristen, do you love Scott willingly and completely, withholding nothing? Will you protect him and give him your deepest considerations, desires, and needs? Will you strive to keep your love flexible and adapt to changing circumstances in marriage? And will you be Scott's counselor, helper, lover, and his best friend from this day forward? These are main rings. The wearing of a wedding ring is the outer sign of your inner commitment. It says to all the world that I am my beloved's and my beloved is mine. We place the wedding band on our hands in 2 stages. First, it is placed on the forefinger of the right hand, and then it is moved to the traditional ring finger on the left hand. We do this for 2 reasons. The first is that marriage is a free act of will. You freely choose to be with each other. To place your ring on your own ring finger, as you will do in a moment, is a symbolic way of making the commitment public. The second reason is that the forefinger of the right hand is called the heart finger, for a vein runs from that finger directly to the heart. When your vows are exchanged, you are in fact speaking heart to heart, and thus it is appropriate that the ring touch the heart finger. As a token of this love and devotion for each other, and have this covenant of marriage which you are entering into, I ask each of you to recite these words and to place a ring onto the forefinger, or the right forefinger of your beloved as you do so. So, please. Now both of you. With this ring, I join you to me forever.
I join you to me forever.
I join you to me
I join you to me
in righteousness and justice,
in righteousness and justice,
in love and compassion.
in love and compassion.
I join you to me
I join you to me
in everlasting faithfulness.
in everlasting faithfulness.
Scott, repeat after me. I choose you this day
I choose you this day
to love and confide in,
to love and confide in,
to hold on to,
to hold on to,
and to reach out from.
and to reach out from.
Kristen, repeat after me. I choose you this day
I choose you this day
to believe in and share with,
to believe in and share with,
to learn from,
to learn from,
and grow with. Now in a second, I'm going to ask both of you to repeat something after me. And as you do so, take your own ring from your right forefinger and put it on your left traditional wedding finger. So both of you repeat. I choose you this day
I choose you this day
to give you my heart.
to give you my heart.
Throughout this ceremony, Scott and Kristen have vowed in our presence to be loyal and loving towards each other. They have formalized the existence of the bond between them with the words spoken and with the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, it is my pleasure to now pronounce them husband and wife.